This morning, my guest is Mr. Olalekan. Mr. Olalekan, or Honorable Olalekan, is a member of the digital media campaign team for the APC in the Osun governorship election. He's also the director of media for the Osun renewal drive. And this morning, he would attempt to make a case for the APC and to answer some very direct questions about some of the developments that we've seen this week. Mr. Olalikoni, good morning and welcome to Reflections this morning.
Yeah, good morning and thank you for having me.
Thank you. I know that you're a politician across board, true and true. You're an insider in this entire play. Give me your honest assessment of what the APC really thinks about its chances in this election. Let's start from there.
All right. Let me say once again that thank you for having me this morning. It's my pleasure to be here. All right, the chances of APC, honest opinion. APC believes in numbers. We believe that if we are going to win the Osun State gubernatorial election coming up on the August 15th, which is next week, we believe that the only way to win that election is to gather the number, mobilize, canvass electorates across the 30 local government areas and one area office in Osun State, and then lead them to the polls. Our belief is that we should woo voters. Our belief is that we should tell the people of Osun State what our governorship candidate, Asiwaju Bola Oyebamiji, will when voted into office. Our belief is that we should not just tell the people. Our belief is that we should first of all go to the people, which we have done, ask them their needs, ask them what they want from their government. We have done that. The people have told us what they need. The people have demanded what they need from their government. And that has formed our manifesto. That has formed our blueprint. And we call that blueprint the Prosper Agenda. The manifesto talks about specifically the needs of the people, their demands from the government. And then that was done before we started our campaign. And then throughout our campaign, what we have been telling people is that the needs, the demands they have made from us, this is how we are going to do it. This is how we are going to go about it. This is what we will bring for you in the youth development. So in doing all of these things, we have been able, the people have, accepted the APC in doing all of this across the states, across the wards in Osun State, across the 322 wards in Osun State. The people have accepted the manifesto have resonated with the people because the truth of the matter is that everybody wants to prosper. And that's why we have called it the Prosper Agenda, prosperity for all. So this is our belief. This is what we have been doing for months. And we are still doing it up to yesterday. The governorship candidate was in Odakeke, was in Ifetedo, and different places, leaders across board in the APC have been mobilizing, canvassing, which we continue to do tomorrow, up until Thursday, 13th of August, which will be our final rally. And that's what we have been doing across the state. And so, like I said, we believe that we will win this election through numbers. In the democracy, the winner will emerge through the highest votes. And so this is our belief, and we are standing and we are working, making frantic efforts to ensure that we bring out the numbers, the largest numbers of votes, and through that we will win this election by the grace of God.
All right. So you've highlighted that yes, your party is selling the prosper agenda, but one thing that will be a major question, has continued to be a major question in this campaign, is the Osun people have not had a really great experience, especially workers. You know, they still go back to say they were paid fractured salaries, and even though the last APC administration attempted to correct that, they don't seem to be entirely convinced about what. If the APC would not come back and repeat something like that, how are you trying to correct some of the mistakes or the grudges that some people hold against the APC in Osun State? I mean, the electorate, not just politicians now.
Okay, thank you for this very important question. Let me also say thank you for the opportunity you are going to give me to explain all of this. When you say Osun people, don't forget that in a democracy, not everybody will like you. Not all electorates will also like you. On the issue of salary, let me correct an impression again that this issue of salary in the past have been put to bed in Osun State today. It has been put to bed by the majority of even civil servants because we have dealt with this issue, dealt in the sense that we have explained, and a lot of people already understand what happened. Flashback to the APC government that was paying modulated salary. Please, I am choosing my words. I am saying modulated salary because it wasn't our salary across the board. During the regime of Ogboi under the APC, we saw that at that time the country was going through a lot of the country itself. Nigeria was in serious financial mess, and 32 states across the country were unable to pay salaries. Please mark my word, unable to pay salaries, were owing salaries. In fact, at that time, some states were laying off civil servants, they were laying off workers in different states. And many states couldn't even meet up with salary payments because of the financial, crunch the nation itself found itself, and then which extended to federating units called states across the country. So at that time, and the money coming into the states were very meager. States, a lot of states couldn't even pay labor. So in Australia state, not them under the APC, thought twice that instead of laying off workers, can we just adjust? Can we just adjust the payment to let's have a modulated salary. So level 1 to 7 in the civil service in Osun State were receiving their 100% salary, levels 1 to 7. Then from level 8 to around 13 or 14 were receiving 75% of their salary. Then those who were from the assistant directors to um, directors to permanent secretary were receiving 50% salary. And if you look at civil service workforce, the highest number of civil servants falls within the level 1 to 7, which are the lowest cadre, which were receiving their 100% salary at that time. Then followed by the level 8 or 14, which were receiving their 75% salary. And then it is the director. So the government thought it wise then that instead of laying off workers, instead of laying off civil servants in the state, let's do it that way. So it was only those who are the top cadre, which were the assistant directors, permanent secretary, that were receiving um, that were receiving 50% salary at that time. So that's what we had. So, like I said, all of these things have been put to bed because, excuse me, all of these things have been put to bed because since 2025, we have explained this. If you look at people talking about this half salary, there are people who are not even stakeholders in Osun State. You go online, you see people talking about salary. These are people who are not even in Osun State, who have not even been in Osun State before. But when it comes to Osun State, civil servants, they understand this. And like we have always said, I think you also mentioned that during the Oyetola regime, the immediate past governor, no salary was owed. Everybody were getting their salary, even with also meager resources at the time of Oyetola. Pensioners were receiving their monthly salaries, pensions as at when due completely. Civil servants, and even during the Adegbeshola regime, apart from civil servants, let's not forget, as of now, the figure of civil servants in the state stands around 29,000, 30,000, numbers, figures of civil servants in the state. As at then, also during the Adegbeshola, while we had the motivated salary, the government of the day then was still working, doing roads. Let's not forget the iconic road that still today that is still the one of the best roads in Osun State were constructed by the APC government. That road is called the Ring Road in Osogbo, and also the governor at that time termed it on Obaba. And also the first flyover in Osogbo was constructed by the APC government. At that time, with the meager resources that is accruing to the state government, the government invested in security, bought armor tanks, bought vehicles and security agents in the state, built schools. You can go around the state today, the structures, the building, the educational structures in primary school and secondary school that are still in Osun State up to today are the ones built by the APC government with meager resources at that time. Built durable roads across the state. So for us, if a government is receiving between 12 billion to 15 billion naira monthly now as a state government, and then campaigning with front payment of salaries as an achievement, we see it as an absurdity. Because no, as it is, I ran a background and said that in the past during the APC government, which everybody knew, it's not something that is new, that there were tax cuts, there were financial issues across the country, mess and all of that. But now the state government, you cannot go around any state now and the governor will tell you that they don't have money to pay for salaries. It is not possible. You can't even say it.
Okay. All right. Let's move because of time too. Let's talk about your party, the APC. We have people who have obviously jumped from Accord Party or the APC or the PDP to the APC. Some persons have also left the APC to the PDP. But the interesting thing is, it is very clear to so many people that the APC has not always maintained a united front. In the last elections, you saw what played out. You saw what played out with Governor Oyetola and former Governor Adegbeshola. And this time around, a lot of people are saying, how sure are you that this would not play out again, considering that you then have a big wig like Senator Mishuri, who a lot of people are reading his body language, and they are saying that his body language does not show that he intends to provide full support for the APC, considering too that some of his key supporters have now moved to support Governor Adeleke. So how exactly is the APC going into this election? Is it really with a divided house?
Okay, so for Senator Mishori, let me address that. The majority of what we had it really about Mishori is that a lot of conjectures and a lot of assumptions. At least as of today, as at the last time 2 Tuesdays ago, when the National Election Committee were inaugurated, Senator Shuri was in attendance. And Senator Shuri himself has come out publicly to say that he remains in the APC and that those who have the count did that on their own. So I want to believe. Now, so let's go into numbers. Let's go into mobilization. Senator Mishori is from Ife Federal Constituency, is from Ife, and is a leader of the APC in Osun State. I'm not going to start with, or I'm not going to deny that. Yesterday I told you this morning here on this program that yesterday we were in Ife axis, we were in Ife. When I say we were, I mean the APC governorship candidate and his deputy. Don't also forget that the APC governorship candidate is also from Ife. And then we have the current member House of Rep from that axis is now in APC, Adile. And then we have deputy governorship candidate. So one of the things we also check is that how is our campaign going in Ife? And we've had a very, very good outing in Ife and Modakeke axis during our campaigns. Up to yesterday, we have had a very, very, very good outing. The senator overseeing in that district also is now in APC, Senator Fadansi. So with these figures, with these big political figures in that axis, I think we are going to have a very, very good outing in that federal constituency. When you talk about the campaign or the fractions across, it has favored the APC more this time around. I can also tell you on good authority that those who went with the Aregbesola, who went with Ogboi Alpha Aregbesola, many of them are back in the APC. Remember that time in 2022, the former governor Aregbesola never left APC, but he had a faction called TOP. I don't know if you know, TOP. They are the TOP. So those TOP group, majority of them are back in the APC. I personally have facilitated two groups, two groups under that top to the APC fold. On the campaign, even in Lesa, Senator Fadansi received, no, it was PDP Accord that Senator Fadansi received 2 days ago, hundreds of them. So across what they are coming. So when you talk about the campaign, it has favored the APC more than the PDP since 2025. In 2025, 4 or 5 House of Rep members come from the PDP to the APC, and 2 out of 3. We have 9 federal constituencies in Osun State, and 2 senatorial senators come to the APC, even though one is half-leg in, half-leg out presently. So what I'm saying in essence, and we've had a whole lot of juggernauts who have stated their interest, not just stated their interest in the APC, but what we are saying that these people, stakeholders in Osun political landscape, who have been mobilizing heavily for the APC since we started our campaign. And these are the confidence that we have. When I talk about the numbers, these are the confidence that we have that we will win this election.
Do you think that the EFCC's freezing of Osun State's accounts may have drawn more sympathy towards Governor Ademola Adeleke against your party?
Come again, please.
I said this week the EFCC froze the accounts of the Osun State government in relation to an alleged 11 billion naira fraud. And the president personally intervened. You saw all of the invectives, the reactions of a lot of people. And I'm saying, do you think that action alone may have drawn some sympathy in favor of the governor against your political party and its candidate, considering that a lot of people are seeing the APC as being supported by some bits of federal might?
Yeah, it gives sympathy on the social media, and INEC does not count numbers on the social media, and that's where it remains. But on ground, it has seen, in fact, what it has done is that the Osun State people have seen how the present administration are misappropriating their money. That's what it brought. Because if you look at all of the allegations the EFCC brought against, in fact, a lot of people in Osun State never, the government has been denying, saying that top government officials have been invited by the EFCC, and there have been recoveries of funds by the EFCC from some top government officials. So that freezing of account with the letter the EFCC released, the letter which culminated in the freezing of the account, that letter was sent on August 5 to the head office in Abuja of the First Bank branch. So what that freezing of account has done is that it has opened the eyes of Australian electorate, and they've seen how the present government has been fleecing the account of the Australian state government. Don't also forget that before the freezing that day, there was a screenshot of alerts being received by civil servants and National Youth Service Corps members in Australia of 20,000 naira. So the people have been asking, if you say the 20,000 naira was not for vote buying and that the 20,000 naira was for palliative, how come you are giving palliatives only to civil servants and National Youth Corps? Palliative you never given before. So what that freezing of account has done is that it has exposed the government big time of misappropriation, and the people have seen that. That has brought a lot of condemnation on the Austrian state government and the candidate of the Accord Party in this. When we talk about sympathy, it has brought sympathy on social media. INEC will never go on social media on Saturday to count whatever sympathy the people on Facebook, on Twitter, or anywhere is giving. What matters most is what are they saying? And what they are saying is that this misappropriation is just too much. How can you move 11 billion naira to a corporate account within, on August 2nd? How have you managed that? So people have seen that the ecological fund of 17 billion naira, which EFCC said they have been, investigating since March, and the letter was written to the state government on April 16, 2026. So this has exposed the more the government of the day in Osun State, and that's a good one for the APC going into this election.
All right, we'll take a couple of calls, but just before we do, okay, 0805 5888 192, 0805 5888 192. We also have 0805 5888 193. We are discussing the Osun State elections from the APC lens with Honorable Olalekan 0805 5888 192 or 0805 5888 193. Let me know, are Osun people listening to us right now? What do they have to say about some of the things raised by Honorable Adeleke? Hello, good morning. Yes, I'm fine. That Comrade Yusuf.
She's Comrade Yusuf.
Good morning
Calling
to you,
from
Comrade.
Ikorodu. Good morning, how are you doing?
Yeah, yes. Good morning, sir. Yep.
Sir, to our guests, he has said a lot of things which is paramount to what is happening in Osun. I'll first of all commend him on Adegbeshola issue he raised.
All right, Comrade, can we have you move away from your radio set or perhaps afraid of the echo back is not letting us hear you clearly?
Okay, are you hearing me now?
Okay, this is better. This is better.
So, I mean, what I'm saying, I will commend him by commending Ogboi Adegbeshola for his last performance in Osun. But good. The question to him is, can he authoritatively tell us that Oyetola is more popular than Adegbeshola? Not to even talk of Governor Ademola. One question. Number two, can he tell us that why are we having killings in both parties, both APC and Accord, wherever. Number three, can when he was saying that no governor will now come out and boast that he's paying salary as a marketable thing. He shouldn't forget that Governor Ademola Adeleke is building roads all over the 30 local government in Osun State. I can authorize it. It might be somehow, but at least he has opened so many roads in local government in Osun State. Now, what is happening in Osun, like it says, politics is numbers. Good. But they shouldn't forget that as they are campaigning for their party, the other party are also campaigning. And moreover, ADC is also there. There's another thought force in Osun State that no, the two parties, both Accord and APC, should not dare with. So, in Osun now today, well, averagely, I would say the Ademola Adeleke performed, and at the same time, let me tell him that nobody can come out and say any government maybe that has ruled in the past and presently are not involved in corrupt system, because we cannot see what is happening. If you have to quote or you have to say, but what he has been saying, as regards the past government, we know where their hideout is. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Yusuf, for your comments this morning. Okay, all right. 3 questions there. Mr. Olalekan, I hope you got all 3.
You have to read them out one by one so that I can answer.
Sorry, I didn't get that clearly.
Please just read out those questions so that I can answer.
Okay, so he was asking about. He said, do you sincerely think that Oyebamiji and former Governor Oyetola have the popularity and political clout of the former Governor Adegbeshola and even the incumbent Ademola Adeleke? And I think his second question had to do with the killings in Osun State across all parties. He's wondering why it has now degenerated into the level of killings across both parties. I think, and then the third question had to do with, I think it was countering your comments around payment of salaries not being an achievement by saying that even the current governor has also invested heavily in infrastructure.
Okay, so we have, if Oyetola, I think I remember, Oyetola is not popular than Adegbeshola or Oyebamiji. Well, I will answer that by recent happenings in Osun State. Adegbeshola has gone out to campaign for the APC. Oyebamiji has been campaigning for himself and the APC. And we have seen the numbers coming out to welcome them and all of that. So if you look at the numbers, Oyebamiji currently is pulling out much more people than Adegbeshola and Antillans. And I do not know what popularity means. If we are going to go by that in defining political popularity, the numbers says it all. That's the one question. Second question, political killings. Anybody who has been around, who have always been following Australian elections in the past, not just now, we know that it is always characterized by violence. In 2022 alone, during the elections, in fact, a lot of people were killed during the campaign and all of that. So I think that the way politicians or the people here, seize election and the way they believe their own campaigns can be carried out is through violence and all of that.
But is your party also taking part in these violent actions? Because the governor has accused your party of being behind the killings of.
Our party is also accusing the governor. Our party is also accusing the government. So it's not when you say accuse, one governor is accused. Our party is also accusing the government. The truth of the matter is that APC
Yeah,
members,
but
close to 30 members of the
what is the
APC,
answer?
have
What is
also
the
been
answer
killed.
of your party to the governor? Are you matching violence with violence, or what exactly is the case with your party? What is your
We are
party's
not
strategy?
matching violence with violence. We have always preached peace. I have everywhere we go, we have always preached peace, and that we are not, like I said in my introductory message, that we are not going to win through violence. We are not going to win through killing the people. We want to administer their common resources and all of that. So we have preached peace, and at the end of the day, we have always called the police to intervene, the security agencies to intervene. And that's why it is our party doing now, presently, it is our own party that even strengthening the Nigeria Police Force, the NSCDC, and all of that. The Ademola Adeleke has not done anything in close to 4 years for the security agencies in the state. So for us who believe in peace, who believe in the security agencies, it is the local government chairman that is being controlled by the APC that has strengthened the security architecture in the state so far. The first of all bought a motorcycle for the police, all police formations, stations across the state, NSCDC and the army. Then later, the local government chairman came together to purchase 92 brand new patrol vehicles for the police, for the army, for the NSCDC and other security agencies across the state. So this shows that the APC believes in security, in the peace of the state. And that's to tell you that we are a peaceful party. And we have been going about our campaigns, preaching peace and ensuring no violence. We are the ones doing the campaign of vote not fight. We have been campaigning. If you believe in violence, we won't be campaigning rigorously on a daily basis like this. So that's how it has been. And then the last one talked about that salary is not an achievement. Yes, salary is not an achievement because if you accept that if you are receiving such a enormous amount of money, federal allocation, which all governors have testified to. So why will you tell us that you will not pay salary?
Yeah, but
You have a
he's
choice
but
of
he's
paying
saying
this
that
or that.
the governor has built infrastructure across all the local governments in Osun State. That he has had
It is
some bit
not
of.
all across. He corrected himself that the governor has built. He corrected himself. We have 30 local governments and we have one area office. The governor has done 20 roads. 20 roads in total. 13 of that 20 was done in Ede. The governor is from Ede. And these are the major complaints that the electorate have. Major issues. These are the reasons, one of the major reasons why the electorate will reject Governor Ademola Adeleke at the coast. 20 roads, 13 have been done in Ede alone. The governor also moved the ST, which is to be built into an airport in the state, from Ido-Osun to Ede. The governor has appointed all his family members in strategic positions. When I say strategic positions, in fact, there was a woman in Nice where he brought from the southeastern and then gave it strategic appointments. So these are the issues of that. That's why I said that you see, when people on social media say all of these things, that the governor is popular, the governor is this, he has built this. Now, the fact about the roads, the people outside of the state do not know about this. 71.1% of roads built in Osun State were built in Ede. So somebody on Facebook will tell you that the governor has built roads across the 30 local governments. It is a no. It is not true because they don't know. So it is we that are on ground. I am from Osun State and I'm proud to say I'm from Esauke. So I know what is going on. I know what the Esauke people are saying. I know what people are saying in Ikirun. I know what people are saying in Ila. I know what people are saying in Ejigbo. And I'm not just a docile participant in this election. I receive feedback because you know what I do. This is what I do. So I receive feedback. I have feedback. I interact with the people in Osun, not people on Facebook who are in Abuja or Lagos or Ibadan who says the governor is popular. We've been hearing the governor is popular. The governor is popular. Are you aware that the governor has been sharing a total of 3.6 billion naira across the 322 wards in Osun State to buy votes? I told you of a screenshot paying civil servants and national youth corps. The serving national youth corps in Osun State has not received a dime from the state government before now. And then a few days ago, you started sending them 20,000 naira. We have a video, you must have seen that video, whereby people have to take a oath to collect 10,000 naira. And in the message in the oath is that whatever you must go to Ademola Adeleke, and you will tell us that the governor is popular. We have seen different. I can have videos.
If you're arguing that the governor is not popular, if you're arguing that the governor is not popular, have you gone back a bit to look at some of the elections? This is about his third election. The first time he forced the APC to a rerun. Well, not a rerun, but the election had to be paused at some point to continue, and we saw the slim margin. We saw the slim margin, and then he defeated the incumbent again, and then now he is governor. Do you really think that now that he has the power of incumbency?
Put that clause as well. He also he defeated the governor with a slim margin. Put it as well.
Oh yes, slim margin, but he defeated the incumbent. So now that he has the power of incumbency, do you really think that he is not even now more popular than he used to be before he became governor?
What's the power of incumbents? I have told you earlier, the majority of the people that made it happen with that slim margin in 2022 are now in the APC. I told you, majority of the people who made it happen in 2022 are now in the APC. I've mentioned names to you earlier on. Do you understand? So, and this is what we are banking on. So, if we have these people who made it happen for him to have a slim margin, unless you say 27,000 wasn't a slim margin, who made it happen for him in 2022 with a slim margin, who are now in the APC? Will anybody say that those people who made it happen in 2022 do not count again? Do not forget that they are still in government as well. I mean, when I say government, they're still in their public office. Who they mobilize people in 2022 for the governor and then now. So if the governor is popular, truly, if the governor is popular, why are you going to the SP? Telling people to swear to an oath to vote for him, giving out handouts to people even before election, which is advanced vote buying.
Well, if you say so that is advanced vote buying, Mr. Lekki, if you say that that's advanced vote buying, I've seen other people also on social media who have asked that the APC should justify that the trader money, market money distributions that were made prior to elections during the 2019 and in some states off-cycle elections during that particular period does not represent vote buying. How do you want to justify what the governor, what was done then vis-a-vis what has been done?
Trader money was a policy. Market money was a policy that had been distributed even before the election season.
But it was also strategically placed. It was also strategically placed in certain states prior to elections.
Was that? No, federal money started before elections.
But in some states, we saw the actual launch of this policy just perhaps a couple of weeks before elections, during those cycle elections.
Federal money has timetable. Do not forget. It's just like let me give a very good instance of what we are saying in this season. Is the RHI, Renewed Hope Initiative, led by the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. I'm sure you have heard about the Renewed Hope Initiative definitely. That has been going around since 2024. You've heard about it, right? Yes, that initiative that the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, goes around different states and all of that. So that has been happening, if not since 2023, in different projects, not just sharing money. She has contributed to different projects, even in the whole AU. I think she gave them 50 buses and a whole lot of things, CNG buses that the First Lady have been doing around. So tell me, if at this season the first lady decided to come to Osun State and do the trader money, initiative, and sorry, I said trader money, the renewed hope initiative program, will you say that because Osun election is coming, and then on the timetable of the renewed hope initiative, Osun is next, will you say that it is because they want to buy a vote? Something that has been going on before now. The Osun State government, have they ever, since 2022, they've been in government? This current administration came into government in 2023, and we have been talking about palliative for renewed hope, or to caution the effect of the removal of fuel subsidy. They've not distributed the 20,000 since 2023. Now it is now. So are they telling us that it is a policy that they started before? This same administration in Osun State has not paid the youth corps member any dime since they came into government, and they are paying them now. So how is that? It is advanced vote buying. Okay, if you are saying that is not advanced vote buying, what about the old taking before you collect 10,000 naira? And then while taking the oath, participants that swear either with Bible or with local guns or with cutlass or whatever. What do you call that? So if the governor is telling us that it's popular, why inducing people? Why forcing people? Because telling people to swear to an oath before they collect money, what is that all about?
All right. Oh well, let's take.
People on social media in Lagos, in Abuja, do not have evidences.
All right. 0805 5888 192 0805 5888 192. You could also try 0805 5888 193. Please, you have to keep your comments short, just 30 seconds. Hello, good morning. Okay, Comrade Yusuf. Okay, you have to keep it short, really, really short because of time. Yeah.
I will not agree with Mr. Oni as in terms of building roads. He made mention of some towns or local government, that is Ogboi or thereabout. He didn't make mention of Iwo. He didn't make mention of Elisha and other effect. But that's by the side or by the way. No politician, I'm saying it, and promotion as well, like his name is promotion. No politician in this country that will not want something to their side. Taking oath, it has been a major thing. Why those in the Philippines, those other days, they swear to oath of not betraying or betrayer. So nobody should not, if you want to talk, let's talk. Say that or no, it's a general thing. Don't let us personalize. When I was talking, I said, and I made comparison between the past governors we have in Osun. Okay. Clearly, we can see with the mega money Ogboi was collecting that time. Yeah, he tried his best. He built roads in that just within Osogbo. But now he said he built 20 roads. Blah blah. Some is concentrated in some areas. Fine. Whoever that is in that show should do same. Somebody did say here in Lagos.
Thank you very much, Comrade Yusuf. 0805 5888 192 0805 5888 192. Well, he's gone off the line, but you can provide a response.
So if you say that no governor will not do it, Ademola Adeleke is not the first governor of Osun State now. We have the Baba Konde. Of all the roads Baba Konde did in Osun State for years, how many did he do in Ila? Are you saying that? Are you saying that Baba Konde built 13 or 20 roads in Ila? After that, we had Balogun in Ila.
Yeah. Okay.
How many roads out of the roads Balogun in Ila built that built in Lekuku?
Okay. Then all right. Hold on. We have somebody else on the line.
The road in Osun State was not built in Elisha.
All right. We have somebody else on the line. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sam. How are you?
Ambassador Musbao, good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Ambassador Musbao. Good morning to your guests over there.
Yeah.
Mr. Sam, I want to know one thing.
Thank you.
Politicians always accuse themselves of the same, and they are also guilty of what they are accusing others to. I want to share with you. Politics will always, they are all the same when it comes to politics. It's not the best winner, the best expert or fastest win. Both of them have the same agenda, just to win. But to me, I'm surprised that we're still going towards like going in Osun. Do you remember during the election and Oyilola?
Yeah.
What the Adeleke, Adeleke late Shebawa did in support? No one knew what the road gets explained. I think it's not a decision yesterday. The election always be rough. Just like for me, who I'm going to blame for all this happening on show is Ademola. It's not that cause what is going on in Osun.
How exactly? In just 10 seconds, how exactly did Ademola cause all this?
Ademola is ungrateful to Adeleke family because Isaac Adeleke did a lot in assisting Ademola to become governor, and instead of pay back to Ademola Adeleke when he wants to become a senator, he said all kind of words.
Okay. All right. That's a conversation. That's a conversation for another day, Ambassador Musbao. Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ambassador Musbao. Well, certain lives have already been lost in the course of this particular electoral process. Please keep the comments pretty short, please, because we have just a few minutes left. Hello. Good morning. Biola. Oh, okay, all right, go on.
About this conversation that was held in this package. So I want to contribute so briefly about this election and everything that happened.
Yes. Go on, please. Go on. Oh, maybe that's the network, but please, you can call back again. 0805 5888 192. 0805 5888 192. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Sam.
Yes, good morning to you. That's Damilola, I believe. Yes, good morning, Damilola. Yeah.
Yes, I've listened to your case very well this morning. And I want to tell him that you're going to please calm down. It's somehow and this is not married you. When people are throwing things up and down, you have to calm down to give response. So that's on that. But I'm from Osun State too. I don't feel like
Interesting.
honestly, and I'm not really happy about the work happening in Osun State. Now we have the kind of all kind of violence, a lot of things going on there, and we want to actually sort of take the will of the people. They are the way to it. I just want to beg your guys and other people actually involved in Osun State not to set up Osun State on fire.
All right.
It's not because of political motive or whatever, they should not set the state on fire. Now I want to put your guys now. With all these things going on within the circle of APC now, and the people of Ogboi in Osun State. In fact, the thing that yes, violence will make people of Osun State to actually go with ruling party APC.
All right.
All their ways will go with that.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Damilola from Alaba. I hope you got that question. Did you get that question, Mr. Olalekan?
I think that I wasn't hearing that.
It was saying that do you think that the mode with which the campaigns have taken, especially from the APC side, will allow people to tilt towards the APC or perhaps force them to shift further support towards our cause? But before you answer that, let's take this call. This is perhaps going to be the final one for this particular session. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to you.
My name is Olataiwo from Ikorodu.
Good morning, Olataiwo. Let's have your submission quickly.
Yeah, for only one comment from your
Guest.
guest, please, the only comment is that he said, Ademola Adeleke, as popular as the former governor. That's not true. Let us all understand that while we are coming on the air, there should be a symptom of truth from anybody that wants to come and say anything to the public. There should be a symptom of truth. So it's not what should be talking about. Governor,
okay.
Ademola, apart from being a governor, he's a very popular governor.
everywhere you can talk about. Neither on the social media, as a person, and the dancing governor for that matter.
You're viewing. You said dancing governor. You're viewing it from different lenses, but that's understandable. Thank you very much, Olataiwo. Let me take this comment from Tijani Olawale Ismail. By the way, we're streaming on Facebook. Please go to Facebook. I don't know why the comments are pretty low on Facebook. What's happening, everybody? Go to Facebook. Tijani Olawale Ismail is saying, for me, APC's actions are concerning the election of Osun State lies absolutely on the statement recently made by the president that all is fair in politics. That is the basis of freezing the Osun State account. My question is, why did the EFCC not freeze a state account before the day of the election? Or will you say there is no corruption in that state? That is the act of intimidation, and I believe Osun State people will resist it. Good morning. Tijani Olawale Ismail has quite a lot of comments. He also said, please, we should not be carried away by these politicians plotting and scheming. They are birds of the same feather. Their intention for the people is 10% for the state citizens and 90% for themselves. President Tinubu started vote buying for 2027 from 2023 by giving more money to the governors. In fact, all increments that are given to federal workers are all vote buying mechanisms, including NEL Fund. In Lagos State, workers are forced to obtain APC membership cards. What can we call that? Well, Tijani Olawale Ismail, that last remark about workers being forced to obtain APC membership card, there is no proof of or evidence of that, except you have one that you would like to share with us. So, Mr. Olalekoni, quite a lot for you to react to. But let's take it from the last one that Damilola from Alaba shared, which was that, do you think sincerely that by the mode with which the APC is executing its campaigns right now, do you think that you're actually winning sympathy or losing sympathy to the Accord party?
I think in the course of this conversation, I've answered that. The man has been following this conversation. I've said a lot, around that.
Yeah.
That how we've been going around and people have been coming out to us. You see, information is powerful. So you explain to people, you talk to people in a language they understand, and they've understood. So we are good to go. When it comes to this August 15 election in Osun State, we have the numbers. We have put in the effort, we have put in the work. We've been talking to our people, and they've listened to us, and they will come out en masse to vote for the APC next week, Saturday. Which one else? The last comments you read on Facebook, I think that you are just how can you vote by the state what belongs to them? He doesn't know that federal allocation is for the percentage of it is for the state. I said that is vote buying. Giving governors their money that is due is vote buying. That's why we've not said that. We did not say that paying salaries of staff is vote buying. We are saying that, giving them 20,000 or due 20,000 is vote buying. And that's all. So we did not say, how can you say that paying salaries is vote buying?
Yeah, but his actual question is that this EFCC action that took place in Osun State is wondering why the same did not apply in Ekiti State during prior to the election.
Was there a corruption case? In Osun State, the Osun State government denied that the EFCC have been investigating them since March. Did we conduct since March, there have been allegations. In fact, on the authority, I can tell you that monies have been recovered from top government officials. Every allegation that the EFCC brought against the state government in March, none of them were denied by the state government. So, if the state government itself is not denying the allocation of money, how can somebody now say that? Does it have evidence that the state government, these are not emotions. We're not talking about emotions. If the state government, the EFCC is not investigating the state government. If they are investigating them, it will be public.
Okay, just before we wrap this up, before we wrap this up, because I know that we have to let you go now. Before we wrap this up, the EFCC's actions and the president's intervention are further the notion that the EFCC is not entirely independent and perhaps is a tool, has been mentioned by quite a number of people. How do you want to defend that? That the EFCC took that action and then a phone call from the president was able to say, okay, can you just let this be and unfreeze this? Don't you think that the president has perhaps set himself up by further proving that yes, the EFCC is not an independent agency that can work fairly?
The problem is that in Nigeria, we actually don't read. Majority of us don't read. The president message said that the EFCC should vacate the freezing of Osun State government accounts through a court order. Did you read that part, Mr. Sam? Via a court order. So it wasn't that the just called the say of his account. No, he said via a court order.
That was still an instruction.
Law. Via court order. Even if at the end of the day, the court order is an instruction as well. Are you aware?
Yes, but again, so the obtaining it is also at the behest of the president.
With the independency of EFCC, EFCC is under the presidency. Are you aware that the EFCC chairman is appointed by the president?
Definitely.
Are you aware also? The INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, is also under the presidency. Are you also aware that the president appoints the INEC chairman also?
Pretty clearly.
So when you say independency, yes, so
it's basically in name only. It's basically in name and assumption only.
The EFCC, you are the one saying that.
I know. You said that it's under the presidency, which we all agree on.
No, I didn't say. Is it like?
But the rules clearly state that the chairman obviously are nominated, appointed by the president.
Is INEC under the president?
The chairman of INEC is appointed by the president.
And then the chairman of EFCC is appointed by who?
Yes,
by
obviously by the
president.
president.
And the EFCC itself, ICPC itself, is under the presidency. So to an extent, because if the president nominates the INEC chairman, if the president nominates the EFCC chairman, at least to an extent, that's like, the president has powers over the EFCC to an extent. So, and the president did not expressly say unfreeze the Osun State account. He said via a court order, unfreeze the account via a court order. So, and this is what everybody has been mentioning. It wasn't that we are unfreeze, but go to the court, get a court order, and unfreeze the account. And that was exactly what happened. And that has not eroded the EFCC or the INEC. It has not eroded their independence.
All right. Interesting conversation this morning with you, Mr. Olalekan. It's always a pleasure having this sort of intellectual engagements. Thank you. And definitely we look forward to the elections next week. Any final remarks this morning for perhaps the people of Osun? Interestingly, a lot of the callers are people who are from Osun State. So I believe that a lot of Osun people are listening. Any quick comments before I let you go this morning?
That's why I said that Ademola Adeleke is popular in Lagos because he dances around. He's popular in Abuja. But unfortunately for the people of Lagos, Abuja, Kaduna, Ibadan, they are not going to be voting on August 15th. So those who are going to be voting, I'm not sure who are the major stakeholders in this election. I've heard our campaigns, our manifesto has resonated them. And I can tell you that the coming election in Osun in August 15th, next Saturday, will be one of the most peaceful, free, and fair elections. The Inspector General of Police will have assured us that we are going to have a free and fair election. In fact, it is this election, firstly, that we're going to have at least 4 police personnel in each polling unit, and 15,000 policemen will be deployed for this election. And to an extent, we believe in the APC that it's going to be free and fair, it's going to be peaceful, and we have spoken to our people, we still talking to our people to ensure that they come out en masse, use their PVC for the APC. And the APC will win this election. I think this is our record.
Thank you.
The APC will win that election by numbers.
Thank you very much, Honorable Olalekan. Honorable Olalekan is a member of the Digital Media Campaign Team Committee of the Osun APC Governorship Election Campaign Group, and he's also Director of Media for the Osun Renewal Group. Thank you very much for being a part of this show.